That was a very good story about what a master should be. You like to hear? Suppose you want to be a master, listen carefully. Here is the way, the method, and the secret. Now, there was a man so holy, so pure, that even the angels were so rejoiced every time they see him. However, despite his great purity and holiness, he has no idea that he is holy and great, and that is the only problem with this guy. So he just went about his business and humbly distributing whatever good he has or whatever goodness he possesses, without even thinking about anything, just like a flower emitting beautiful fragrance without even knowing that she has fragrance. And it's like the sun diffusing all this warmth and beautiful, nourishing sun rays without ever thinking about it. So that was the way the man was. His holiness lay in this, that he forget each person's past and look at them as they were now, and at the present only. And he looked beyond each person's appearance to the very center of their being, where they were innocent and blameless, and even too ignorant to know what they were doing. And he saw nothing extraordinary about his behavior or in the way he looked at people, because it was a result of his way of life, perhaps the purity inside or the way he led his holy life. So one day the angel came to him and said, "We have been sent by God, and God have bestowed upon you favors, that whatever you wish will be given to you. So ask now." So the holy man was very speechless and was at a loss of what to wish for. Stupid man, huh? If it were you, huh? If it were me too, what could we all wish? Like a better meditation hall, perhaps. At least, so it doesn't leak when it rains. And then we don't have to move our holy cushion from one place to another and get scolded and that. And then what else could we wish for? My house, yes, the stinking paint odor would go away immediately, so that I don't cry every morning and have a hard time to put back my mascara on. And I can sleep better at night without headache, etc., etc. And that it doesn't rain so hard. It rains okay, but just like sprinkle, perfume, just to cool the air, for example, but not to flatten our tent like a pancake. Well, wow, we could wish for a lot of things, right? And well, on and on and on. So okay, I think we shouldn't be so greedy. We stop here. Otherwise, other people, non-practitioners, will think, what? They practice meditation and they always want so much. All right, we don't say it. So the man was speechless in his very innocent way and didn't know what to wish for. So the angel has to give him a kind of ideas, And they asked him, "Would you like the gift of healing? For example?" The man said, "No, I would rather God did the healing himself." Yeah, a clever man. He didn't want to do nothing. Yes. Okay, then we change our wish. We would say no. We rather we go to heaven and don't have to meditate even, huh? Or God come and make the meditation hall for us Himself. So the angel continued to ask him, would you want to bring sinners back to the path of righteousness? No. Oh, it's a funny man. No, he said, it is not for me to touch humans' hearts. That is the work of the angels. Phew. Then what does he do? Oh, I could say the same thing, and I'm finished. Huh? So the angels continue patiently, with all reverence, ask him, would you like to be such a model of virtue that people will be drawn to imitate you? Nah. Was the man astonished reply. What for? For that would make me the center of the attention. Wow, it's clever. This is the worst thing that you could have. The center of attention. I know what it's like. How does this man become so clever? He has not had the attention and he knows already. Yes, I should have known this before. Then what do you wish for? The angel asked. I wish for the grace of God, was his reply. Having the grace of God, I will have all the contentment and all my desires fulfilled. And the angels were thinking that this man, despite his holiness, is so stupid. God doesn't grant favor that often. And God doesn't dispatch an angel to anyone that often in order to grant him boons and favors. And this man, how come he is so holy but so stupid? Huh? So they force him. They say, God's will shall be done. Now you must have a wish or one will be forced upon you. I thought God is liberal, but he's a dictator. Huh? We always thought that God give us free will and let you do what you want. Is that not true? How come here he's like a dictator? He forces people to want something. That's a problem with him. Yeah. Okay. Then the old man was kind of forced into this situation, and he has to obey God's will. So he said, all right. Then I shall ask one wish. Whatever good be done through me, don't let me know it. Wow, that's nice. I remember when I first wished for something, my teacher, the Buddhist teacher, she was a nun and a monk and a few more nuns and a few more monks, one day. When I wasn't enlightened, before I became acquainted with the Guanyin method, and the first Buddha I took home in Germany. That was not the first Buddha, but the first Buddha in Germany, because they believed that if I take the Buddha alone home and without the presence of a master or teacher, nun, then that Buddha is up to no good. I mean, this Buddha will be good for nothing. So if you want to worship a Buddha, and you have to, ask the monks or nun to bless for you and bring it to your house and have a ceremony with flower, incense and food, just symbolic. And then you have to bow to the Buddha and then the teacher and then make a wish, something like that. And then if your wish will be granted, then all the incense will curl, like a spiral and never drop on the floor. Normally when the incense burns, it drop like cigarette ash, But if your wish is sincere and is accepted, then all the incense, will curl like a spiral. Because you burn a lot of incense, not only one, and that's the problem. I don't know why Buddha has to test people sincerity to this extent. So many incense, and each of them have to curl like this. Oh, gods. I was thinking, I don't think I can make it. Look at all the incense. And I always saw the incense ash, drop immediately after it burns. So anyhow, I just do it as told. And then I wish that, I don't mind. People told me that human life is very suffering a lot, and that we should make a lot of merit in order to get out of human life. But I don't mind if I stay in human life, because it's not so bad for me. And whatever good I have should be distributed to the people who need it, and don't let me even know about it. And that was my wish. And then all the incense curl like this. And I was... And I was thinking, my teachers, they bought a special incense for me. That was for sure. Special one, already curled. Already curled in advance. Not the spiral incense. The incense stick very straight, and they have to curl by themselves with the ash, Yes, that's how the Buddha tests the people's devotion. But I was thinking it's the blessing of my teachers. Yes, they were very holy, these people, the Buddhist nun and monk at that time. The whole family has become nuns and monks, and I think they have helped me a lot in my time in Germany, teach me a lot of things, and I think they're very holy. And due to their blessings, the incense, they are not go straight or drop it, just curl it. I think they have magical power, something like that. So they were very happy for me. They think, whatever you wish will come true. And I suppose not to tell them what I wish inside. I just do it alone. So today I tell you, just to let me know that I'm very good. Okay, anyhow, you don't have to believe it. But after I told you, I don't know if I'm good anymore. I don't know if I should tell you. It's just, by the way, I read this and it reminded me of my things. At that time, I didn't practice Kuan method yet, I just recite Buddhist sutra, recite the Buddhist great compassion mantra, and recite the Kuan Bodhisattva name and the name of the medical Buddha and whatever. Every day I'm busy with all these thick books. Which I didn't understand half of it. So it was accepted that the holy man's wish should be granted. And now God has arranged, because he doesn't want, the holy man doesn't want to know whatever good done through him. So God has arranged it that his shadow will be a great blessing for anybody, or anything, anywhere that it falls upon. And the man would never know anyhow, because he will look in the front. So wherever the holy man went, this shadow will fall on the ground, and then it fertilizes the land, and it makes the rains fall where it's needed, and make the sunshine where it's not enough sun, and make the people become healed of all disease, and healed of the affliction of their souls, and make the place prosper. Mountains became green, spring and fountains also spring forth in different places. And many people who has been, weighed down with karma and bad fortunes began to look more alive and more healthy and more hopeful. And that is the benefit of the shadow of this holy man, according to God's arrangement. And all the while, the man never know anything about it, because he always look in the front and do his thing, busy with his business, and his eyes always look in the front. He doesn't know what's happening behind him through his shadow. This is the true master. Therefore, you never heard of any master who say that he knows anything about what he's doing to you. And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Many disciples always praise the Real Master for helping him, helping her, doing this, doing that, or heal their sickness, or change their misfortune, and bless their house, or do anything. But the Master never know about it. And don't be surprised. And if the Master say he knows, he's not a Master. Maybe sometimes the Master knows, through intuition, and through blessing of God that he knows once in a while. But it's not always conscious to the Master about the good things that he or she does for mankind. Also, in the Buddhism, the Buddha say, the one who say he's a Buddha, he is not a Buddha. That doesn't mean that after Buddhahood, you cannot say that you have attained Buddhahood. You may say so, but that doesn't mean that you are very, very aware about it. You know what I mean? That you do something about it. Because Buddhahood has no definition. Truly, if we say we attain something, that is not yet. In the Diamond Sutra, the Buddhas emphasized again and again that there's nothing to attain. And there's no Buddhahood to realize. It's not because we couldn't become holy, but everything holy belongs to God, belongs to Buddha nature. And if we have attained our simplicity and purity enough, then that Buddhahood and that God power will reveal itself accordingly, without us having to know about it. How can we use the mind of a human brain to understand the limitless, expansive nature of God, or the Buddha nature? So if we ever profess that we know that we are Buddha, we truly know that, or that we know we are holy, or we know God, or things like that, it's just a way of saying, but it's not truly so. If God can be described and can be known by human brain, then it's not a true God. It's not the true Buddha nature. Buddha nature is within and without us. God is within and without, in heaven and on earth. We are swimming in God, breathing in God, eating in God, have our life in God, have all the essence in God. There's nothing except God around and about us. There's no need to say, I come in touch with God, I look for God. He is everywhere. So whenever we feel that we have attained something, stop and remember this story. And if we ever want, and to know what is a master like, remember this story. A master never know that he's holy. Doesn't matter what he act or what he like, or sometimes he admit it or whatever it is, for the sake of sentient beings, or just for the sake of just to get it over with. Because they keep asking all the time. So then people say, okay, I'm a Buddha, so what? what next? Something like that. People sometimes they insist, for you to admit that you are something in order to argue around. Just like sometimes, you come on the bus, sit there, and then somebody will next to you or opposite you keep looking at you all the time and say, are you American? For example, like that, huh? And then you say, no, I'm not. And she say, but I'm sure you are American. And then they say, certainly not, ma'am. And then she keep continue looking at you and say, but you look like. Yeah, and then just admit it, won't you? You can just tell me you're American, it's free here. So finally you're fed up, you say, okay, I'm American. And then she keep looking at you again and said, well, At the second thought, you don't look like American. How about that? Yeah. Yes. When I first came out into the world and have contact with humans' brain, I was on and on about the blessing of Buddha's power and the Kuan Yin method and all that, according to their request. And then they keep insisting to me that I have to tell them that I'm a Buddha. I said, well, there's no need to say that. And I don't even know if I'm a Buddha. But they say, you are the Buddha. You must tell us. Like the Sikhamuni say, I'm the Buddha, the one and only thing like that. You should say the same. And they keep insisting, pressing me on. After a while, I say, okay, I'm a Buddha now. And then they say, but when I remember Buddha Sutra, Diamond Sutra, they say, when the one who knows he's a Buddha, he's not a Buddha. No, you tell me. Oh, we cannot win, huh? So just know yourself, huh? Or don't know yourself. Whatever you're comfortable with is okay. We cannot argue back and forth with all these human people. Human, because their brain are made this way. Just to make trouble where trouble is not. Just to ask question where question is not necessary. And to give answer when answer is not seeked. Thing like that. Always the same. So what we do is just to continue with our daily business, huh? And then do the best of our ability, according to our knowledge, according to our conscience about what a good human being should be and what we should do in this life, our duty, our daily work, huh? Just to do the things that we feel good with, that we think that we should do, and that's it. And if God is pleased with our behavior and purity, then God will grant us whatever we need or whatever is beneficial to mankind through us. So there's no need to worry about your level or whether you have attained Buddhahood or you have gone to the 9th level or not yet. I'm still on the 5th, but you've gone to the 9th already. The master is supposed to be at the 5th level, but some people think they're on the 9th. Congratulations. It's a little bit too far for us, but it's okay if he likes to go there. And according to this story, the saints don't know much about the good things that is attached to him and his shadow, because also the people was very centered on the shadow that they even forgot about the man. And so his wish that whatever good has been done to him should not be revealed to him has come true. God has granted him this wish. And this is exactly what the master is, according to my humble knowledge and opinion and experience. So if you want to ask me what the master is like, he is like this man. Nothing more. Whatever good's done. Okay, come on. I need it. I need your encouragement so I can go on and think that I'm good and holy. Wow, isn't that beautiful, our surrounding now? I just come look and wow, you're praising, I have a time to look. Isn't that beautiful? Huh? Yes. Okay. If you ever want to know what the master is like, or thank the master for anything, it's not necessary really, because it's God power who is doing all this. So the master is always free, naturally. It's like one of us, never have the burden to carry the holiness on his shoulders all the time, or having to take care of this holiness or of this Buddhahood so that it doesn't slip away, or that it doesn't fall down on another level or thing like that. Once you attain Buddhahood, once God is pleased with you, he does not withdraw the favor. So he will continue to have this all his life without even know about it. What for should we know? If we do good to mankind, what for should we know about it? It's mankind who are benefited. So that's the main important thing, huh? Because we want to benefit people. So if they get the benefit, doesn't matter where from or how it's done. Many of the, not many masters on earth, but some of the masters that I met, the true master, they are like that. Very, very humble and very ordinary. They don't really know their supremacy inside. They don't know their holiness. Maybe they love people, they bless people according to their wish, but they don't feel themselves is the blesser. Do you understand that or not? Yes. Maybe they act like a master because people expect it, just like the lady keep asking, you American, are you? And then finally you say, so, yes. Just, okay, why not? Keep refusing all the time, make so much trouble. So the master is like that. Just act accordingly so that everyone is pleased and happy, and just to make things simple. Otherwise, the master never feel that he or she is a master.